golf miracles and golf disasters, and today I'm going to talk about golf shots. And once the club strikes the ball, as you can see in the picture, like it compresses the ball, but it causes spin on the golf ball, and that affects the direction of the shot. Is going to travel. And so on different types of golf shots, this is the fade versus the slice. Like the slice is intentional. I mean the slice is not intentional in Angelo's alley. But after the filming, a PGA Rules official determined that Angelo received an incorrect ruling, but he didn't have to replay that ball from the divot, and that shot that shot ended up costing him 30 strokes. So here. But dairy. So like reading out loud was like a palm splitting experience, and I had to like receive help like with simple words such as like the or like at. With superior videre, you look beyond the present moment or the present situation, and direct yourself down the desired path. Every waking moment that we go about our day, we get to exercise a gift that is so powerful that none other species has this gift, and this gift is our power to choose. And using this power of choice is we use it to pursue our goals, our objectives, and our ambitions. And in order to use this power of choice, we have to have the right tools. You can't have the wrong tools. You have to have the right tools if you want to be effective in pursuing our goals, our objectives, and our ambitions. A long time ago, Johnny stared about, admiring the people around him. He admired the fact that the variance between how tall they were and what they were able to do. And also he looked around and he saw that they were standing on these things that later discovered were called legs, and they put one foot in front of the other and ended up walking across the ground, and that intrigued Johnny into wanting to walk just like his parents were walking, just like his family was walking. And with that desire, that he built up, he started to grab onto the couch, grab onto the table, grab onto the wall, anything that he could grasp onto to help support himself in order to be able to walk just like his family was. We can look at the brain as a water glass. So negativity can be represented by dirty, nasty water. So when you put the dirty cup, the dirty 8-ounce glass of water under a faucet of clean running water, which represents positivity, soon the dirty negativity will flush out. So like when I greeted that individual at Marketplace, it gave him a shift from his negative state to a positive state. by using the word which I didn't know at the time was getting shy. And so the inevitable is that we have a limited time to be on this earth. And it is true that we will leave one day, but we will not leave. But what we will not leave is what is in our wake. And getting shy is to not treat anyone in a manner which will make them feel small, including yourself. And getting shy is to have honor, is to show respect, appreciation, and to practice getting shy. You have a wake worth remembering and a wake which will last forever. These shots, these undesirable shots, the tops, the hooks, the slices, the duffs, they are character-defining moments, and it's an opportunity to do something great. On hole number 8 at American Lake Golf Course, it's a short par 3, and I hit my first shot and I hooked it into the trees on the left. So I had like a 30-yard shot through the trees, and then there's a bunker uphill in front of the green. So the only thing I could do is hit like a short punch shot and hope somehow it got over the lip of the bunker. So I got a low lofted club and I hit it, and then the shot went over the lip of the bunker, and then I watched the line and it looked like it was perfectly on line with the flag. And then when I went up and I walked on the green looking for the ball wasn't anywhere. And then I looked in the hole and there it was. So even though I hooked into the trees, it set up the opportunity to do something great. A great idea was presented by Jerry Sanders in 1986. And his idea was, what would happen if you took 4 of the worst serious golfers and had them compete on one of the toughest golf courses, the TPC at Sawgrass, the highest score wins. An island green, 78 feet long, and surrounded by water awaits these 4 golfers. And tops and shanks do not reward progress on this hole, only a nice big splash. And hole number 17 is one of my favorite holes in golf. I want to play this course one day. It only costs $260, and that includes a cart and a caddy. The day is young. A perfect time to explore and see what's on the net. So you go to youtube.com and like it, and with the focus of an investigative reporter or of a criminal investigator, you search through the suggested videos to see which one you want to watch. So you come across the car crash compilations, and you're like, oh, here's a great chance for me to feel better about my driving. So after enjoying that video, then all of a sudden, bam, like right in the middle of where that video was, is all the next suggested videos. And then on the right hand side, you have 14 to 20 other suggested videos. So then you click on one of those because it intrigues you also. Many times we are right in the place where we need to be. We have done the groundwork. We're in position. All that's left for us to do is finish the job. The short game is where the scoring takes place. If you're unable to convert, meaning you miss the putt that you're supposed to make, you're shanking chip shots, flop shots, and pitch shots all over the place, then it really doesn't matter if you are in position, because now you have a higher chance to shoot a much higher score than you want to. And approaching the short game is like walking up to a door, finding it is locked. Behind the door lies your talents and your abilities. Faith and commitment is the key to unlock that door, leading you to get access to your talents, where you can utilize them to get the result that you desire. Throughout school, I constantly had to battle my friend procrastination. I used various tactics. I figured maybe a change in scenery may help me to feel better about studying. So I took route and went down to Point Defiance Park. Along the way, I picked up some teriyaki chicken and a snack at the store. I found a picnic table sitting under a tree, shaded by the hot sun, overlooking the water in the distance. I got busy working on my law problems from business law when suddenly I felt a presence on my back right side. I turned around and oh no, it was one of procrastination's accomplices, a raccoon. I immediately recognized him as a threat as he put his sharp claws onto the bench to my right, looking up intensely with great interest. I then tried to befriend him, giving him a piece of chicken. He took the piece of chicken with his two little paws, took a few pieces back and nibbled it. After he was done, he looked up, he glanced up to the source from which it came. I stood face to face to the giant electronic box, which contained to what I knew to be an intercom microphone. But before I go on from there, let's go back to when I was 10 years old in 1999 at Springway Elementary School. I was always quiet. I kept to myself. Why would I go through all the agony, the frustration, and the pain of trying to get words out as it would take me like minutes to get out a single sentence? Do any of you ever remember a time like when you read out loud in class and you had reading time? I used to dread those times. I would sit in the class as we watched as they went like row by row, and my palms would get sweaty, and my heart would start pounding as my turn approached. And I would come to one of the most difficult words, the, and I felt like Lloyd from Dumb and Dumber, as Harry had to help him along and said, yeah, the word's the, as he's like, or whatever he said. And the big thing about women's magazines is that they're everywhere, so that they're very convenient for these social institutions to get their message out there, like when you go to the store, it's on the shelf, and it is very evident that these body cycles changed based on the feminist movement at the time, and they are largely influenced by the media and industries that work together to establish them. Also, you inform the supervisors to take detailed notes as on a daily basis, as this ensures that they're more prepared to do the performance appraisals, and also inform them to do positive reinforcement like they discussed, so that they don't so that they don't conduct themselves like the boss did in the video in the presentation. So the way that you give effective feedback is that you be specific and you focus on the behaviors or outcomes that are correctable and within the worker's ability to improve. So the characteristics of a direct culture. A direct culture is like the U.S. and Germany, but Germany is a little bit more direct than the U.S. is, and in the sense that if they're giving feedback, they're going to be more direct. They're not going to give like a much positive feedback. They'll give the negative feedback like a more straightforward. But when they compare with the U.S., they would give feedback coupled with positive feedback. So the characteristics are straight to business, so they're less relationship oriented, and they're very blunt in giving feedback, and they're not afraid to say no. So they expect the other party to not expect them to pick up on all these nonverbal cues that they may that the other person who is more indirect would do. And there are 4 different levels of communication. One level is small talk. That's when you just go up and you first meet
you first meet the individual, and you exchange your names, like, hi, my name is Marvin, what's your name? And like, it's a nice sunny day outside, so the small talk like that. Then the second level is fact disclosure. This is when you're identifying various facts about the individual, like where they go to school, where they go to work, stuff like that. And then level number 3 is the viewpoints and opinions. It's where you're stating the various opinions on given subjects. For instance, like politics, or your views of like your favorite restaurant and like why you like it, like basically expressing your opinions to the other person. So that's the third level.
I was on the green in 4 strokes. My buddy, on the other hand, was on the green in 2 strokes. I knew there's absolutely no way that he would possibly make a 5. The best score I could possibly get is a 5. I should be just focused on the next hole. There's no way I can win this hole. So I step up without lining up the putt. I hit the putt, and of course, I missed it. I watched my buddy walk up to his putt. He knelt down, lined up his putt to get the perfect line. He stood up, he struck the ball, and I watched it as it tracked me, and it rolled 5 feet past the hole. He stepped up, he hit his second putt, watched it, and then looked down. Right then and there, I realized that you never want to give up too soon, because you never know what might happen. On that hole, I lost the hole by a stroke. On the second hole, I lost the hole by a stroke. On the third hole, I lost the hole by a stroke. I'm like, what is going on? This marble was on the ground for a reason. It's bad luck.
At the same time I'm driving down that street, I thought, oh my gosh, I need to use the restroom. What am I gonna do? I don't know. I haven't been to this place before. I don't know where the restroom's at. What am I gonna do? So I'm starting to panic. I need to find this building as soon as possible. Now the Toastmasters Club is taking the back seat. Now I just need to find the restroom. So I drive down there. I'm looking. There's got to be somebody around here who's going to the Toastmasters meeting. I'm looking around. There's nobody around. I look about 50 yards down, and then there's a lady. So I walk over to her and ask her, "Are you going to the Toastmasters meeting?" Unfortunately, she said no. Dang it! What am I gonna do? It's parked my car. I stormed up. I was halfway jogging, halfway walking up towards the sidewalk, towards the building. I walked into this building. I was like, I hope this is the right place. I walked in there, and it was completely dark. It was completely dark. I couldn't see anything. I looked around for a light switch. I couldn't see anything. There's no light switch to be found. Like, where in the world is the restroom? I gotta go to the bathroom. Where's the restroom? I saw a sign for the restroom. It was the women's bathroom. Of course, the men's bathroom has to be close by, so I'm walking up and down the hallway looking for the restroom. I can't find it. What am I gonna do? Forget it. What are the chances? What are the chances that someone will walk into me if I use the women's restroom? So I said, screw it, I gotta go. I went to the women's restroom. I pulled up the seat. I did what I had to do. Of course, I put the seat back down. And I walked over to the sink. It was all good. There was nobody in the restroom still. But then I heard a sound. I turned over, and there's a lady with her hand over her chest. She was in shock. She stepped back and she looked. She said, "Is this the boys' restroom?" "You're in the women's restroom." I said, "Yeah, I'm sorry. I couldn't see anything. I haven't been here before. I didn't know what to do. I had to go to the bathroom real bad." And she just walked back towards the Toastmasters Club, laughing hysterically. Now I was thinking, wow, what a first impression. So when I found myself over in that restaurant or in the cafeteria, I'm not too much of a breakfast person. I'm more of a cheeseburger and fries type of person, so that's typically my breakfast. This time they're serving breakfast, so I went down there and I made waffles. So how easy would it be to make waffles? I thought, well, it has to be super easy to make waffles. I went down there. It was one of those machines where you put the waffle stuff in there, you flip it, and then it turns on. There was another Toastmaster who was there, Lori. She told me, just wait for it to beep, and it'll tell you when it's done. So I was like, oh, that's a brainless activity. It's early in the morning, so I'm like half asleep, so like I need it to be as easy as possible. So I put the waffle mix in there, and I poured it in there, and I waited. Okay, nothing's happening. Croissants over here. I'm gonna go eat some croissants. I got a plate of croissants. I went over there, took my croissants. I started munching on my croissants, waiting. Huh? What's that smell? I looked at the lid, and it was burnt. I was like, oh no! Wow. And then the worker walked over and he's like, oh yeah, that happens every now and then. So I didn't feel too bad, but still, it was pretty embarrassing. But nobody was in that room at that time seeing them. I'm pretty sure they could smell it clear across the room. I gave it another try. So this time, I thought, well, this time I'm just going to open it multiple times just to make sure that it doesn't burn. So I poured the waffle mix in there. I closed the lid. I waited. I lifted it up. Why is half of it on this side, half of it on this side? It was stuck. The lady walked by. Oh, you're supposed to spray the waffle maker. I thought, well, there's been multiple people that are making waffles all morning long. Why do I have to spray it again? But evidently, you have to spray it each and every time. I didn't know this important information. So, third time, I poured the waffle mix in there again. I flipped it over. And at first, of course, I sprayed the waffle maker, of course. And then I waited, and I checked it to make sure it didn't burn, and then finally, I had my waffles. And oftentimes, when we're giving speeches, it doesn't always go perfectly the first time. It's not always the way that we thought it would be. And so we have to spray the necessary things, we have to spray the necessary ideas to help to allow our message to connect to our audience. And as we go through the process of constructing our speeches, time after time, we'll be able to develop the content and be able to connect with our audience. So we can all think together like what we can do to construct our ideas and to build that consistency. And I thought to myself, like, how consistent have I been personally with giving speeches? Like when I first started out, I was giving the speeches at pretty much every meeting at my home club. So I got my communicator award in about 7 months in that effect. I thought, like, when you join Toastmasters, you're supposed to give speeches every single time. And then, so then it kind of fell off. And I thought, well, I can give the same speech over and over, and then that way I can create that masterpiece. So just think to yourself, like, what you can do if you stay consistent, if you stay on the path, and think of the masterpiece that you can share with the world. So for the club goals as a whole, looking at this particular data, for clubs not using EasySpeak, about 53% of the clubs did not achieve any distinguished status at all, and 35% of clubs using EasySpeak did not achieve an award. And also, for achieving President's Distinguished, 22.4% of clubs not using EasySpeak did not, or they achieved President's Distinguished, and 37.2% of clubs using EasySpeak, they obtained President's Distinguished status, which is the highest level that you can achieve within the Distinguished Club program for the club as a whole. When I look at this, one interpretation that I have is perhaps the clubs that are using EasySpeak, they're more focused on goal setting. It's designed so that you're setting goals and you're working towards achieving those particular goals.
The picture is clear. For the timeline that we have to submit our educational awards within the traditional program, that deadline is set for June 30th of 2020. If you're deciding your participation level between pathways as well as the traditional program, there are a couple of key determining factors that I would recommend to keep in mind. The first is, what are your goals? What goals do you want to achieve within the traditional program? How close are you to achieving those goals? When you look at becoming a DTM, some requirements are going to require you to be a district leader, which requires one full Toastmaster term. If you're going to be a district leader, then the minimum or the furthest out that you can start that journey will be on July 1st of 2019. Also being evaluated on several different aspects as well, such as your body language, as well as vocal variety. When you look at the evaluation sheet, there's a lot of detail, and it outlines on page 3 of the evaluation form where it describes what each particular category should focus on, like what it means to have good vocal variety, what it means to have good body language, etc., is on the evaluation page. So you are able to get evaluated on those, and it's a good practice for the speaker to speak with the evaluator, where they can be informed as far as what the evaluator should focus on your speech. That would be my recommendation. That would be my recommendation there. And we also talked a lot. We had a great session on mentoring. So if a member really wanted some direction as far as what projects that they should do in terms of their electives, then they can consult with a mentor as far as what electives that they should choose. So that way they're getting the best benefit based off of what their goals are. That would be my recommendation.
A few weeks later, I was going down to the golf course again, this time without my so-called lucky charm. This time it seemed like the luck was going my way. I was hitting shots I haven't hit for a very long time. They were flying far. They were flying straight. Of course, you're eventually going to find yourself in the trees. I found myself in the trees with a gap about the size of a semi-truck for the width. The trees were about the diameter of a car's tire. I mean, I was playing quite well. I was pretty confident I was going to get the ball right through that gap. My 3 other buddies I was playing with, also pretty confident I could get through that gap. So I stepped up, I hit the shot. The ball ricocheted off numerous trees. We all dug for cover, and our hearts completely dropped. After the coast was cleared, I analyzed, where's my golf ball at? Oh no, it's even deeper in the trees than it was before.
There is tremendous power in communication. Communication can build society up, or it can completely tear society down. When it comes to your communication style, specifically, depending on the amount of understanding you have within your style, if you truly understand and have the self-awareness and know how you respond to various situations, you can really be the very best that you can be. That's the magnitude of communication styles. And the first time that I came across this whole idea of identifying my communication style was in college. It was in 2014. We had to do a report for understanding our communication style. And I came to find that my style was instrumental, reflective. On the instrumental side, this is where I'm highly direct, and I have the risk of possibly saying something I probably shouldn't have said, and possibly hurting somebody's feelings in that way, and just being focused on like what the task is, and not really wanting to, like if I was in a group setting, I wouldn't want the subject matter to go off topic in that way. So that would be the instrumental side. And then on the reflective side, I'm more reserved, more quiet, not really wanting to really speak up and speak out into a group setting, and highly patient. And you can kind of see how these two styles can kind of come together in that way. Because once you really hone in on your communication style, really get down and understand it and have the self-awareness, then you can really be the best that you can be. Toastmaster, please.